Welcome to the Social Smarty Scoop, your weekly roundup of all the social media marketing news and updates that you need to know for the week ending the 30th of March 2025. Let's dive on in. First up this week, Instagram is rolling out reposts. I have mentioned this previously, but it does look like the reposting feature is getting closer to rolling out to everyone on Instagram. So what is a repost? Currently, if you want to share someone else's post on Instagram, the only really easy way to do this is to share that post to your stories. And we all know, well, for most of us, that stories typically don't get the same number of views as a post to the feed or a reel would. Now, currently, if I share a post versus a story, I get about a quarter of the views on my stories. Enter reposts. So moving forward, we'll be able to share someone else's post or their reel by simply tapping the repost icon under that post or that reel. There'll be a little icon that looks almost like a recycle symbol, which is the repost symbol. We can add our own text, and then that reposted content will show up in our followers' feeds, just like a regular post that we've shared. It will also show under a new tab on our own profiles, which will group together all of that reposted content. So there'll be a new repost tab on our profile, and it has all of the content that you have reposted. So this could be a really cool way to increase your reach, but that really relies on you creating shareable content, the type of content that someone else would want to repost. Now, the other thing I think we might see is, when someone runs a competition on Instagram, it'll often be comment below or tag someone below to enter, and then they will say something like share to your stories for an extra entry. I think we'll see that replaced with repost for an extra entry. Next up this week, an unexpected update. Facebook is getting back to its roots of connecting friends and family. They are rolling out an updated tab for friends-only content. So this will be a separate feed that will show all of the posts, stories, and reels that are shared by your connections or your friends on the app. It has already rolled out in the US and Canada. We don't know yet when it will be rolling out to other countries like New Zealand, but it seems like Facebook is hoping that this is going to spark more engagement between people on the app. Interesting. We'll see how this one rolls out. Instagram has rolled out a much requested feature for Reels, allowing us to watch Reels in 2x speed or double speed. This is a feature I actually use a ton over on TikTok, particularly if there are long videos with lots of talking, and especially if the person talking speaks quite slowly. I'll often just hold my finger on the screen, which speeds up the speed of the video to twice as fast as it usually will be. So I think that I could use this a lot on Instagram. Having said that, a lot of the Instagram Reels over in my feed are not actually a lot of people talking to camera. So interesting. I think it's definitely useful, but I think I'm not sure if I will use it as much as I do over on TikTok. Now this one is wild. TikTok has been spotted allowing some users the option to upload 1 hour long videos. How insane is that? Would you watch a 1 hour long video, or at double speed, would you watch a half-hour long video on TikTok? I'm not sure. It would have to be pretty compelling for me to watch content that long over on TikTok. Instagram is removing the option to add text notes to feed posts and reels. And it seems like the only reason they're removing this is because no one really uses them. They just haven't caught on. I don't actually think I've ever added a text note to a post or a reel. I don't know about that one. I don't think I'll miss this feature at all. Meta will be rolling out the ability for advertisers to request emails before sharing promo codes in their promotion ads. How good is this? Now, if you are seeing an ad, maybe on Facebook for an online store, and there's a promo code associated with that promotion, what often happens is you click through to make a purchase, and that promo code, you have the ability to copy it, or it's automatically applied to your purchase. And of course, what then happens is there's no incentive for you to give your email address to that company to get that promo code. So I think this is a really good option for e-commerce, online stores, anyone who sells things online, because we know how powerful building our email community is, because then we can remarket to those people without having to pay for running more ads. So I think this is awesome. And lastly this week, YouTube is changing the way views are counted for shorts. So previously there was like a minimum number of seconds that you had to watch a short for so that it was recorded as a view. But moving forward, there will be no minimum length. So a view will be counted if the short simply begins to play or replay. So you might see an increase in your shorts views. You might see those numbers increase because of this. But it is important to note that for the views to count towards your monetization, so for you to get those minimum number of views and to get paid for those views, the minimum watch time will still apply, which kind of makes me wonder why they're changing it at all. There we have it. That is your social media marketing news for the week ending the 30th of March 2025. As always, if you want to continue the conversation, come and find me all over social media at socialsmarty.co. And if you do have a minute to leave a rating or a review, wherever you're listening to this podcast, I would be super, super grateful. Until next week, stay social.